things to know about the Casey Anthony case 6 years later. The arrest and trial of Casey Anthony, accused and acquitted of killing her 2-year-old daughter Caylee, captured the nation for years as a bombshell national news story. The country couldn't look away from the Anthony case and still can't. Over the past week, an explosive interview Anthony gave to the Associated Press has reignited interest in the case. Here's what you need to know about Casey Anthony and her murder case. She was convicted for lying, not for murder. A jury acquitted Anthony in the murder of her daughter after more than 10 hours of deliberation in 2011. But the then 25-year-old was convicted of 4 misdemeanor counts of giving false information to a law enforcement officer. Prosecutors argued Anthony, who didn't report her daughter missing for a month, suffocated her by wrapping duct tape around her head. They said she kept the body in the car until dumping it in the woods near her Florida home. Anthony's defense team said the girl drowned in an above-ground swimming pool and the girl's grandparents tried to cover it up. The defense also said Anthony was abused by her father and brother. The judge thinks she did it. Last week, Perry told Orlando television station WFTV9 that Anthony did kill her daughter, but not intentionally. The most logical thing that happened, he said, was that she tried to knock her daughter out by the use of chloroform and gave her too much of chloroform, which caused her daughter to die. She lives with her case's private investigator. The Associated Press reported Anthony lives with Patrick McKenna, the lead investigator on her case. She works for him doing online social media searches and other investigative work, the AP reported. She empathizes with O.J. Simpson. In her interview with the Associated Press, the first time she's spoken publicly about her daughter's death since the trial, Anthony said there are a lot of parallels to her and O.J. Simpson, who was acquitted of killing his ex-wife Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman in 1995. She thinks Caylee would be a total badass if still alive. The mother spoke in glowing terms of what her daughter would have been like had she not died. Caylee would be 12 right now, and would be a total badass, she told the AP. I'd like to think she'd be listening to classic rock. She doesn't support President Trump. The Associated Press reporter who interviewed Anthony said he met her as she protested against the president in Palm Beach, Florida. She filed for bankruptcy. In 2013, Anthony filed for bankruptcy. She claimed about $1,100 in assets and nearly $800,000 in liabilities. The case sparked legislation. Florida passed a law increasing the prison time for someone who knowingly makes a false statement to police about a missing child. Several other states introduced similar legislation. A juror paid a fine to get out of case. As the world anxiously awaited the trial's start, at least one man wanted no part of it. Jonathan Green, a man from St. Petersburg, openly admitted to Chief Judge Belvin Perry Jr. that he wanted out of the 2011 case. His main reason: he would be 100 miles away from home for several months with limited contact with friends and family. The 35-year-old showed his ambivalence toward his civic duty by talking to a reporter during the third day of jury selection, a direct violation of Perry's rules. He was ruled to be in contempt of court and fined $450. "You were trying to get out of jury duty?" Perry asked Green. "Yeah," responded Green. He was ruled to be in contempt of court and fined $450. He stood by his decision. "I'm glad I don't have to serve on the jury," he said.